How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 30 Chapter 1. This is Season 30 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 1. In this episode, we will be analyzing a further example of retrocausality in the context of dissonant consensualities. It appears to me that the strength of impulse, which in execution might create a conjoined consensuality, may be a factor in whether it produces a retrocausal chain through a dissonant consensuality. Let me explain. Suppose you are sitting in a restaurant, and you have a powerful impulse to ask out a waitress. Let's suppose for a second that you resist this impulse for a variety of reasons, not least of which is she is 10 years younger and you are not at your best. But, for whatever reason, you choose not to indulge this impulse. This produces a dissonant consensuality where this impulse is expressed. And that dissonant consensuality takes 2 minutes longer than the consensuality that your consciousness recalls. Later, while driving, 2 minutes down the road, the word cement mixer enters your consciousness. You have no idea the source of this word. 2 minutes later, approximately, the words cement mixer comes up on the radio in a meaningful context. What exactly has happened here? Let's say that had you executed that impulse to ask out the waitress, the whole conversation would have taken 2 minutes out of your time. Maybe she would have said yes. Maybe she would have said no. But on the balance, the divergence of this stream of action from your ordinary consensual stream lasts for about 2 minutes. Thus, the dissonant consensuality diverges from the ordinary consensuality by that amount of time. Since we know that parsimony tells us that reality will tend to observe both sequences linearly, in that, the time spent in the dissonant consensuality will be reflected in the other consensuality, there is an overlap of both consensualities apart from a 2-minute gap. During that gap, we can infer that causality is reversed for 2 minutes. Thus, we can suppose that divergences between two consensualities, one of which is divergent, results in reversal or creation of a retrocausal event. This compels me to wonder. Since most people would tell this author that he should have just asked out the waitress, after all, you miss all the shots you don't take. The difference between a true glitcher and an ordinary person is the willingness to look past the impulse and find the gap between this impulse and the next. There is a quality of dissociation, a quality of thinking outside oneself, of stepping beyond one's ordinary impulses from one moment to the next, that is necessary to reveal reality behind the veil. This is just one example, where a retrocausal chain was produced despite the affirmative direction of the average person. It makes me wonder if perhaps the average person is socialized to affirmatively respond to all impulses. The direction needed to produce a glitch is to go against the socialization of one to one's impulses, which may be difficult when there is a ready reward to complying. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.